Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm Teri at Holding Your Space.
And I'm JJ from tutahspeaks.
You have to hold your hand on the other side, the opposite side, to do it
I'll
right.
do it
And
both.
it's like, yeah.
I'll hold on to the community's hand.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. So, hey, everybody here. Moira, welcome. Sharon Sipe is here. Hello, Sharon. Karen
Thank you.
Doyle.
Yeah. Thank you, Sharon, for all the.
Brenda.
She's working today.
Man, she's working hard. Look at all
Yeah.
that. Sharon Sipe. Gosh, Sharon, you're so busy. I love that. You have so much energy. Hi, Willow. Hi, Leah. Hi, Hypnicity. Brenda with Imagine with Me Shamanic Journeys. Brenda is doing um, free readings for people as a service.
Excellent.
So she's amazing on her channel.
Yeah. And
Richie.
I think I saw something. Brenda, you're doing a series coming up. A series of something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Share that in the chat.
Yeah, share it with us, Brenda. Yeah, Brenda.
Nice. Come on,
Hi,
Brenda.
Karen. Fox with a book. Ooh, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
I love that. Fox with a book. Hey, Paisley. All one. That's another great name. Love that. Peacock Rainbow. See, the names get better and better.
They really do.
Yeah, everybody's got a great name. Barb's Wheel of Fortune. That's amazing. Yeah. What is she saying? She says, LOL, you guys are so cute. Oh,
We are.
we really are. Oh, hypnicity. I need all the guidance I can get. Amen.
Yes.
Hey, JR, how are you? Yeah. Hey, Leah. So we were talking about the energy right now. But you know what we didn't talk about is today's a portal day, too.
No, really?
Yeah, it's what is it? You were talking about Saturn. So I looked it up
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Saturn is in Aquarius and Pluto just went into Aquarius. I know like that much about astrology.
I know this much.
Yeah. But I know that everything's lined up right now and it's kind of like what is it you guys somebody here will know about it, but I think it's the same as or very similar to when we had the revolution or something, the American Revolution. So something interesting
That's
about it.
really neat. Teri, like the same alignments for historical things. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
like all the planets are in alignment. So
wow,
really,
that's neat.
really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Hypnicity feels the pressure in the air. I've been having some crazies going on with my time frame. I'm never in the right place at the right time or put into the right channel or whatever. And like today, I was looking for the thumbnail, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to make it. Pardon me, for us. So anyway,
Silly you. You made the thumbnail like a year ago.
I know. I know. Do you know that picture of the Medusa is
Yeah.
from Crete? Did I
Oh,
already
cool.
tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I was there with my family, and we went to they have a really famous museum, that I love, and, we were there, and I took her picture. She's only about that big.
No.
Yeah, but she is famous, like, she's I don't know how many people have her on the front of their books, and I'm like, "Yeah, I want her. She's mine." Oh, everything's in Aquarius, yeah, and you're losing track of time too, Jana? Yeah, me too. Oh, interesting, Hypnicity. Your various surgery scars are itching. Yeah, yeah. Tara Arnold, check her out. Okay. Yeah. So, but
Oh, Leah explains up above. I learned from a
oh,
channeler of Saint Germain. This lovely lady Tara explains the three waves. Oh, I said weaves. I love it when they do that. Of light worker people volunteering.
oh, okay. What's her name? Tara. What was it? Tara Arnold. I'm gonna write her down. Thanks, Leah. I learned so much from you guys.
Yeah.
That's amazing. One more thing to look into.
Yeah.
Hi, Amanda. Yeah. And you've noticed a different light outside, Leah? Yeah. Okay. Close this out. The last 20-year cycle in Pisces enters a new 20-year cycle in Aquarius. Pluto. Sun goes into Aquarius annually, but this combo not since the revolutionary time.
Paisley knows. Nice. Oh, I got goosebumps with that.
Right? Yeah.
Ooh. Breathe.
Leah's skin looks softer and different. I love that.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll take that too.
Yeah.
Check. Yeah. So we were talking about what we were kind of getting in this week about energies and how they're changing. Do you want to go into it first, or you want me to, or?
Why don't you go first? Because I have a feeling when I start talking, they're just going to push their way through. So.
Okay. Thank you, Moira. Yeah, I do love this necklace. I just found it. I just cleaned off my desk, everybody, and I feel so fresh. And I found this was actually in my jewelry box when I was putting things away. So, all right. So, when I went into the energy of this week, and we have this jellyfish behind us, I was getting everything has this trail on it. Everything is interconnected, and we work with the trees and the roots of the trees and the solidness of the center and how that connects to Mother Earth. And then the branches of the trees as they branch out and how this connects to Father Sky. And in that center there, that hollow bone of the tree, we have the core and the Sat Chidananda, the lightness of being, as the energy mixes. Of the divine feminine, the divine masculine, so the Shakti. As this happens, we interconnect. And they were showing me like the coral reefs, and you know how some of the coral are like feathers reaching out, and how everything's woven and interconnected. How even your hand, like all the bones and the veins and whatnot, how that interconnects. And then physical forms, and then the whole planet, how it's interconnected with the ley lines, with all this, and how this is what's happening as the Kundalini rises, that it's flourishing that connectedness with everybody here, and how we are moving along in our lives and processing and activating. So as the Kundalini activates, the way that we connect to each other changes and activates. Hypnosis, yes, maybe some cord cutting in order. Yeah, but more than that, as we are taken together, it's like it's going to start falling off. I feel like even hypnicity, it's weird. Leah says, learn sweetgrass is braided 7/7. Oh, for the past family, 7 for now and 7 for the future generation. 777.
I did not know that.
That's beautiful. I've got my sweetgrass right here.
I love sweetgrass.
Yeah. So, anyway, that everything is interconnected, which we know that, but like they're showing it to us. They're showing us each strand and how each strand that we are, but they're also talking about words. So the words that we use, how those create a new network, and every positive word, every word spoken in love and compassion, creates a new network, and how bright that network is, and how old words that we might have used are still there. Words in judgment that we might have used, or words about something that we didn't care for or whatnot. And how this changes that energy, and how we have these two different forms of words, and how right now all that is falling away. So, yeah, cutting cords with those. Yeah. And so, as the new energy interconnects, it's like, as you say, a kind word or a word said in love and compassion, it changes the energy that each person on the planet feels, and then each person in the universe. So, I hope that makes sense.
And I love that we still have Paisley's picture up, because it's reminding me of
Oh.
what you're saying.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing, Paisley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry. When spirit comes in, my nose runs.
Thanks, Spirit.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be like, oh, I have beautiful skin when Spirit comes through.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Why doesn't my skin sparkle a little more? Yeah. Ancestral bonds stronger than ever before. Definitely. Definitely. All the bonding. Yeah.
I really love like the word building, like our words build, and like reach other people. And I love the builder, and how we all play a part in that. Like we're all have our little ingredients in the building, of who we are, the one, and the energy around, from me to Teri to you guys, wherever you guys live. They were talking. Okay, so energy's coming through really fast, so I may not make sense, but I'm not sure. I know because of the weather here, but it might be something else too, is that here where I live, there's a lot of aches and pains. And I'm not sure if you guys are going through a lot of aches and pains as well. So if you guys could just let me know, because they want to do something with you guys with the Kundalini energy in a different way that I haven't seen them do. But while you guys talk about like how you're physically feeling, I want to tell you about what you were talking about, Teri. I was just having a chat with one of my clients, and she was mentioning, not using words, because she's a pretty quiet person and she likes to witness things. And we started talking about the nonverbals, and how the nonverbals are, it's almost a gift to be nonverbal in these times. And she was like, yeah. And she said, because you're unprogrammable, like with all of the programming that we have around, the nonverbals are like pure, like it's like they can't be programmed. And I love the thought of like, how can we step out of the programming? Because even TV shows are called programs. It's like right in front of us. But I really loved. So if anybody out there is around nonverbals, like, how do you feel like their energy is? Have you ever been around a nonverbal, Teri?
I have. Yeah. Yeah. There were some kids at my kids' schools
Mm-hmm.
that would come in that were nonverbal. And they knew what they wanted. I mean, they were pretty firm, and they were pretty clear, it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paisley, hollow spots in the head. That's interesting.
Wow.
What's RLS, Willow Love? It says RLS has been acting up the past month. Weird how you asked about that, and I just had a pain in one leg and had to stretch it some.
Is that restless leg syndrome
Oh, yeah, I bet.
or arthritis? Ethnicity has arthritis too.
Mm.
Yeah, inflammation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
restless leg. Good job, Teri. Good job with that. Yes, my ears. Yes, my ears. It's like just enough to drive me crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
isn't that a nice tone and frequency? And then like after a while, I'm like, oh my God, it's still there. Go away. Um, Cheryl says, snow and ice removal was better as I remembered as a kid. Did a misstep. Those are the worst. Yuck. You know, guys, here's a tip. If you have a lot of snow, but it's powdery and fluffy, use your leaf blower if you have one. It saved my back. I was out there with a leaf blower, being that obnoxious sound person, saving my back with a leaf blower. I cleaned the cars
Oh,
off. Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
go get one then.
Yeah.
I use a broom.
Oh, that works too. Yeah.
Unless it's frozen solid to the ground, I just use a broom. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. Ears ringing practically 24/7. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. There's a person who doesn't come to the chat, but I just talked to them. And they were, we were just talking about the spiritual, what the spiritual path is. And so I got to experience some of their healing technique. And they were working on balance, which is a nice segue into what we're going to do. And they actually saw like one of my temples was light and clear and like free, and then the one over here was like dense and not moving. And I thought, what a cool way to like see what needs to be worked on. I'm like, that is the coolest, because I don't do that. It's really neat.
Wow.
Yeah. But she said she doesn't normally come to the chat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They like to just listen.
That's okay. There's a lot of people that just like to listen. I love that. I get every
Yeah.
once in a while I get an email from somebody and they'll say, um, you know, whatever. They send me messages. It's really interesting.
Yeah. I love the messages when they, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Annie Bear says that Diana got it hit that she and I were together the same time. JJ, you and I had told her that she was
Oh,
around too. That's amazing.
Annie, that's a pretty picture. That's a new one, huh?
She
Did you
cut
get
her
your
hair.
haircut? Oh, wow.
Yes, she looks so pretty, doesn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah.
So
Very pretty.
fresh, amazing.
Huh? Dizziness, weakness has been discouraging. Yes. We're going to talk. That's what they want to talk about. Liz and Awe.
Yeah.
Annie Bear's taking an Akashic class. Hey.
Annie Bear, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be such an ace at that too. It's gonna be so easy for you. She's really good.
Backwards. Hi. I'm going to get into what they were talking about with me. They were talking about how things can throw us off balance, like aches and pains can throw us off balance. And so I was just asking, what can Kundalini do today? Like, how can we co-create with Kundalini? It's not what your Kundalini can do for you. It's what you can do for your Kundalini. But at first they showed me the ring around Saturn. My dog, one of the dogs, somebody went against my plan. I'm keeping the dogs away. So Saturn in the ring. And so then I was thinking about the ring around Saturn, and it's like, well, that's so cool with like what's in the ring. And then they were like, that's what we're going to do with the Kundalini. We're going to have this ring that comes and helps us with to become more in balance. It's not like we're going to come in and co-create, no aches and no pains, but to like almost change the pitch so it's not so throwing us off balance. Because like when you're playing the piano and you can almost have the song sound right, and there's times when it's like that key, it doesn't sound right no matter what you do, but like before it goes super on the other side of the pitch, it's like it does sound like a song, like falling together, falling into one another, weaving. So that's what they're going to do for us. They talked about the pulsating circles as far as the ring goes, like this pulsating Kundalini energy that comes out and that keeps going, and then another one and that keeps going. And it reminded me of the dolphins when they blow the bubbles, the air rings, and they swim through. They also brought up ultrasonic, an ultrasonic frequency type of thing, and I'm already feeling it in my ears. But when they were talking about aches and pains and how things can throw us off balance, they were talking visually about a spinner or the top as a kid when we do those, and it's going great for a little bit, and then it's like wibbly wobbly, which makes me think of like currently my hip hurts. I have pain in my hip, and it's like the way I react to that, it throws my whole my skeleton off, my inner bones. Yeah. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to go. You guys all ready for this, for the light language, for tuta? Anybody here who hasn't seen me, you will see my body do some things, like even when Teri was talking, my whole body was reacting to the words. But yeah, we're just going to get to it because the words English isn't coming out right. Yanaka, Kianutita, Kushe, Yanaka. So Yanaka is visiting. And there's like this interesting pressure in the chest with Yanaka. Kunita, Kushe, Pak, Yanaka, Makushe, Katita. And it's like breaking up the scar tissue. Kianaku, kakaye nata, kashe, maye. Patu tanoshtita, like seeing if vibration was coming and there was the scar tissue, something dense that you don't think like would have feeling. Kutamakoshewa. Yani, makutitanoshtita, there's still a way through the scar tissue. Yani takoshtatano yawan, there's always a way. Matukashtita, yeni tita, always a way through. Makushe, ye tita, sometimes we feel like life is so heavy that there's no way through this. Yanui, even if it's like you're crawling on your hands and knees, it's like you can still get through. Matutita nakushtita, mama kyanuti takushe, bakuna tanoshtita. And so with the Kundalini, kyanatanashtita, ashtita. Yanutita, the animal they're showing me right now is the squirrel. Kyatita, kyanatutanoshtita, the great gatherer. Yanui tanoshtita, and the one that talks with its tail. Kutitamako shamatio. Paututunumaba kushetano kyama kushe. Manina, kutitama pakoshe maye, tatu etano pashtita. They're saying we're tiano toshtita. They like talking about how we are a story, and they're like tutanoshita washe, and it's like they're showing me the newspaper and how fragile the story can be, because a newspaper isn't as, say if your story was written on the emerald tablets or whatnot, a newspaper feels flimsy and vulnerable to the weathering around us. Ashtita kunaka, Yanu, Yanu, Pakutita, Yetitanashtita, Yanu, Yanu. Yanu, Kietanashtita, they're describing the essence of Yanu. Kietitamashita is like putting on this bronze, Yatuita, Tatotanoshita, like a golden bronze, Yakushewa, Yewa, protective thing. Kutanashtita, Yewa, 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 like a warrior. Kyomo Papashtita, but it has, for the frequency, it doesn't stop the frequency. It enhances the frequency of who we are. Ashtita. So now they're calling us the warriors. Anui ka yata kushtita nayawa yetita yetita. And they're like, put the helmet down. Here we go. Kunatama kushte yatita. Some would think when they see you wearing this that, oh, they must have like a fear of being like damaged or whatnot. And they're like, no, we're just not a newspaper. We're like wearing something that actually helps our frequency. If this isn't just armor, it's an enhancement. Yokotita, yokotita, katita, katita, makoshteta. Like, look, we've gotten already, and here we are to help not only ourselves but others. Yanutita, pakoshteta, yanu kiata. Yanu Kyata. And they're like, think of where the Yetita, where the Kundalini Kuta Kunakoshi Tayewa. They're actually talking about the Kundalini lines. Just like how the jellyfish has those tentacles, and how the tentacles Yanu Titanoshtita kind of have a life of their own, an energy of their own. If you swim into them, ouch. Pakhi ta kushtita yetita. So they're talking about the Kundalini in the middle, the line, kuti, kuti, kuti. With grace and ease. Yatita, tapping into that Kundalini line. Wushe, wushe na, kyapa, kyapa, kyapa. Panutino no kato titanoshtita kyamokya, kyamokya. Yeta, 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 yeta. And they're calling in this Kundalini energy. Kuti, 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 kuti. The two lines meet right in our heart center. Kutitama, kutitama. Pashtita washema yewa. And with this frequency enhancer that they placed on us, just imagine in your heart space, like the dolphin water bubble. Kuti, kuti, kuti. Mashtita, washtita, washtita, makyo, 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 makyo. And seeing this ring of the Kundalini, kushenaka, kushenaka, and enhancing the frequency as it goes. Mashtita, washtita. See if we feel a little bit more balanced. And then going below the heart space, going into the pokono, the pelvic floor area. Again, feel the Kundalini, the lines going up and down. Tutatoku, shtita, mashtita, co-creating with the Kundalini. Kyana, 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 kyana. And when it's right, yatita no shtita, the top and the one from the bottom meet right at the pelvic floor. Kuti, kuti. Mashtatano titano kotita. And they're talking about how some of us do have issues in the pelvic floor for reasons aware or unaware. Kutano kushewa. Mashewa. So we'll do this one slow and with grace and ease if it is for our best and highest good. Yanu, yanu. And again, seeing that bubble. Kush, kakaye. Kush, kakayena. Pa shewa, 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 shewa. And feeling to see if that's any different than in the heart space. And does it help with your balance? And going to the area of the knees. Makuti, makuti, kanui tamakashewa nui. The same thing. seeing the lines of the Kundalini, kutita, mashtita, yetita, makuki, mashtita, breathing. And again, seeing those lines meet right by the knees, in between the knees, on the knees, yaku, yaku, ashtitanui, ashtitanui, and feeling the enhancement of the tutonoshtita, the warrior gear. Kyapa, shinatya, yana, yana, yetita, eshtita, mashewa, yeti, maye. And imagine the bubble. Kukama shewa. Patuka, patuka. And they're showing me when the bubbles go out and they match with other bubbles, it makes like the infinity sign. Matita, matita, pakushe. Matita, 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 kushe. And they're like, let's do the feet. Ankuti, ankuti. Katatana, pakushe wa. Our connection to the earth medicine. Yano titano shtita, but they also stand in water. Kokama shewa, kiana, 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 whether it's a mud puddle, the river, the ocean. A special connection with the water and the earth. Yano itita, and how there's life in both. Papakumita noshtita, even if it is a mud puddle. Yatita noshtita, the life. Kotu, kotu. And how it's just provided. Imagine like looking into the mud puddle and you see like the little things going around in the mud puddle. It's like something so simple as that, and then looking at our lives and seeing what's come in and what's left and how are we doing, and where were we, where are we going, and yana, 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 kutita, 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 on and on. Ashtita, we're just in a mud puddle. Yetita, yetita, we think we're so important. Tatuto namashita, maku, maku, yetita, yetita. And it's like, look what is provided. Yatu tanoshtita, with the sun and the water and the earth. Matutita, matutita, yetita, mashtita, kuka, kuka. And again, doing the lines of the Kundalini, ushe, up, down, tuta, 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 and having the lines meet right in between or on the feet, the ankles. Just feeling that connection with the Kundalini and everything around. Mao tu kiano kukoshe tu tita oshena yewa kuti. They're giving a blessing on this one. Yanu tatu kashe kana kushe kyati makutita makutita yetita yetita. And imagine creating that Kundalini bubble. Kuta, 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 nashtitawa ye. And that's what they're going to be doing for us today, showing us how to do that. Kunapako shewa. Yanu itamakopano shtita. And it's like, remember, there are things that can enhance our frequency, and there are some things that decrease our frequency. Some of the things we're aware of, anoti, 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 they're like, you know. And like, I see you and you know. But then there's the unaware things. Yatu tama pagushtita, oshanak yapa, the things we might feel but we don't see. Just the pakunata mashtita. They're even talking about how the flowers and the flower petals have all of these ripples of energy and frequency, and it's just the things that panutita noshtita, yetita, yetita. Just some of the frequency around us might have a decreasing type thing. for our specific energy, even if it's natural. Tapaga, ashtata, yetita, yetita. I'm not kidding. The unnatural stuff right now, like the man-made things. So just checking in and see if you have like a little bit more balance with this exercise. You can do this exercise anytime that you want. That came through fast.
Wow, that was amazing.
That did not match my sleepy, yawny energy that I had today.
No, she was full of vim and vigor, wasn't she?
Yes.
Is there anything that she taught us about the throat?
They just wanted to
in there.
Yeah, they didn't go there because I'm like, are we doing more? And they're like, no, this is just for down. Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Lots of great things that people are talking about. Let's see. Leah says the goddess energy has been denied for too long. Yeah. Yeah. Annie says, I'm thankful we're together again.
Comes with that.
Rainbow from our feet. Be the bubble. I love that.
Be the bubble. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah. Or dance in the puddle. That's what I was seeing too, Cheryl. I could feel the mud squishing between my toes.
Oh, good.
That was always one of my favorite things when I was a kid, that smushy mud. Annie Bear asked me, I ask about the tunes I am singing for nature. Are they threads to mend as needed?
Yeah, I get yes. Yes. As if you're like the violin strings, and how the violin is, the tune that I'm hearing is more in the like the word like solace. It's like it's more of a quiet, sad song for some, but so are the whales. When you hear the whales, it's like, wow, that sounds sad, but maybe to them it's not sad. Maybe it's just the right frequency for communication. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. Oh, Leah says the Sioux would put the light red clay on before ceremony or battle.
Ooh, nice.
That's beautiful. That sounds like such a great detox. I would love to play with that too. So, okay. Leah asked me, I asked Tutah what I should paint an image of.
I think it's what the, like, how do you experience, because we all experience things different. Like I can see things that I think it's the experience of this Kundalini ring, or a painting of the frequency enhancers, like in your own imagination. For me, I'm just seeing it as like the ripples that come out and they do make the infinity sign. So I guess it's whatever dance is going on in your head is what I would say from them.
You were talking about the petals of the flowers too, or Tutah.
Yeah.
That was really quite beautiful.
And I was trying to I could have talked about the whole thing, but it was like overpowering me. So I was just like, no, let it go. They're going to get what they need. But when I saw the petals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the petals are doing it too, and it's just like, how much of those, like the waves of that, the frequency of that, like they do weave together and like make a song, but they're also doing their own thing, which is humanity, I guess. Yeah. We're all individual, but we're all one.
An individual expression of the one.
Yeah.
KK says, when you mentioned frequency around us, my left ear started ringing loudly.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if, so I don't know if you guys have seen this being advertised, but I got some of these and I'm trying them out. There are these calmer things that you put in your ear that's supposed to do something with reduce irritating noises without blocking sounds you want to hear, like frequent, different types of frequency. So I'm gonna try those out, but it would be nice if we could have like the sci-fi movies where they're like they put something in the ear and you can hear everybody's frequency or their language.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be amazing.
That would be really cool.
Being able to hear everybody. Yeah.
Jules. Yeah. I think I've already lost a pair, but I have to clean my ears out. I am really, really good at creating earwax.
My daughter too.
Yeah. I'm like a professional at it.
There must be a trick to that. Yeah, my daughter, my son, and my late husband too. Yeah, they always had the deep rocks and everything. Cheryl says, my daughters used to play in the mud and Sarah used to sing and dance in puddles. Miss her so much.
It is the best to go out in the rain and to have that memory, Cheryl.
Yeah, that's a beautiful memory. Tyler likes that. He's very excited.
What kind of puddle?
Let me add him. Teri, can you tell me why the draw to Ganesh for me? Love to dance. Went yesterday, so freeing. Oh, I love that. Well, he he removes all obstacles, Sonia. So he does many things, but he's a great protector. So I have a Ganesh in my car with beads and pearls all around him. Kind of a little shrine to him hanging off the rear view mirror.
That's great.
But so I think it's protection, but it's also anything that gets in your way, bam, it's gone. So there's so many great ways that he helps, but that's what it's feeling like to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I really like that too, Moira. Tuta mentioned a way through scar tissue. Could you clarify?
Yeah, because when you think about scar tissue, it's they're reminding me of that Japanese technique when something out of pottery breaks and they use the gold to meld it together, and it's like prettier than what it was before. But they, how like the scarring does, it's like the middle of healing. It's like the story of the middle of healing. And it seems like it's dense and nothing's going to get through. They're like, but is that true? That because it's like when you feel the tissue, you feel the scar, it's like it feels numb. But don't disregard that if frequency was coming through, it might dampen the frequency a little bit, but it has a way for some people who are having the itching of the scars. Frequency has a way of getting through. Why does it want to get through? I'm not sure, or if that's just a metaphor for us. But it is nice to know that we can feel with all of us this frequency, even if there was some scarring, because some scarring can be pretty thick.
Wow.
Leah says, thick. How do I soften my dense scars in my knees? What they're telling us today is, working with this Kundalini frequency. It's pretty, I really love this Kundalini conversation we're having, like totally blows my mind with what we're, are being shared with us.
Yeah. They're, I like that it's coming in so softly because, and I love Tuta's voice when she comes in. When they come in.
She was funny today. She was funny. Oh my God. You know.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And each part of our body tells a story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for salves, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to get that one. There we go. My fingers don't always do the walking. Um,
Our kids don't
yeah,
know what that saying means. Let your fingers do the walking.
they don't, do they? Why
No,
would
in the
they?
telephone book? No, they don't really know what a
Yeah.
telephone book is.
Oh, Dr. Gal's working on a continued show on healing the scar tissue. Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna have
great.
to talk to her about that. Have you ever met Dr. Gal?
No.
I told her about you the other day because I was in a show with her last weekend, and I'm like,
Oh.
"Well, you know JJ," and she goes, "No, I don't know JJ."
You know, I'm like that, like, even when I'm talking to my husband, I'm just like, "Well, you know this person." It's like, "Oh, wait, you weren't with me from the beginning of my time." I met you in my 20s. That's right, I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I've been itching your scar tissue recently. Wow. Yeah, yeah. And I do think that I like that, I felt a little bit of that changing the story about, something that hurts and intention, because I do get that with the Kundalini rising, the blue light, everything coming in, that we can change a story. And this is entertainment only. You guys know that, but you can change your story about some of the aches and pains. Now, some of it we do need to go to our doctors for, any of it, but um, wow. So if we don't label that my ankle, my wounded ankle, and I'm saying that because I have an ankle that's a lot thicker than the other ankle from a bad
Mhm.
break,
Oh,
but lately I haven't been calling it my ankle anymore. I'm
hmm.
not taking ownership of that, and it doesn't hurt near as much unless it's -5 degrees, and then it I can really feel it. So,
Yeah, and that ties into what you were saying earlier about,
mm,
like, words and how words matter. Like,
yeah,
the frequency of words, like, you're not calling it your ankle.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
big bones.
Not a clue, not a clue.
Yeah.
Kundalini yoga for beginners. Yeah, I've tried some different types of that too. I didn't like the breath work, Cheryl, and the Kundalini yoga, just because I don't know, it just felt funny,
Hmm.
but it is pretty amazing. Um,
Oh, you do
yeah.
have a blue light, from your floor, I think, the light from the floor up on it is a blue light. It looks like
Well, I don't know
oh!
how that comes in like that, you guys. Yeah, it does.
That's
At
funny.
certain times a day, and it really does, and
Mhm.
I've got a lot of blue in my house, though. I am really drawn to the blues. I've got a bright royal blue, carpet in my living room that's, like,
Right.
kind of obscure, this rug, but
Mhm.
I adore that color, just adore it. Let's see. Oh, the Course in Miracles, Jesus says he doesn't care so much about what you put in your mouth, it's what
Mm.
comes out of your mouth that matters.
That's great.
I
That's
love the Course in
great.
Miracles. I
That's
still have not done that. I bought the book and it's sitting in there. I'll put it under my
Mhm.
pillow and pull an Edgar Casey and sleep on it and see if that works, but, it's a big book.
It's funny. Hi, Susan.
Yeah, yeah, words are so important. They are energy. I am healed. I am
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Sonia, you just put your blue cobalt bottles in the window. That's amazing. Hi, Susan. Yeah, so changing that story and changing that, and I do love that it's coming in so nice and soft because, um, it's kind of like, they're telling me it's kind of like the information that's gonna be coming in. So
Yeah.
we all kinda know what's coming in, right? As far as the news and whatnot, but, and then maybe as far as star families too. I mean, there's all sorts of different kinds of news that's gonna be coming in, and
Mm.
about the climate, change. So, as that comes in, we've all got a pretty good idea on that. I mean, we're already pretty far ahead. of what's been going on. We're on this side of it, and other people might be on this side of it, but
Yeah.
but it's going to be so much easier to have that awareness as all this comes in, just like having this base of the Kundalini energy activation is going to be so much easier than, walking into it one day and having to hold on to your bed for a day. So, which I have done. I have totally done. Yeah.
That's when you tell the people around you, like, you're like, it may look like I'm doing nothing, but I'm doing so much right now.
Yeah.
Just trying to know, like,
This is very important news right here. Yeah. Yeah. And wearing your blue. And today I don't have my blue on, but I've been wearing it all week. Last week, Tutah said to wear a blue stone. And so I was wearing my blue stone all week, which I love.
I have a question. I bet somebody here knows, maybe you, Teri, but what is the spiritual significance to wrists? Do you know, or like why some people would wear like jewelry right there for energetic reasons? Does anybody?
I think that it's your wrist, your pulse point is really important. And hypnicity and some of the other people are probably going to know something different, but I know that that's really important. I have this, this is the sun, the moon, and the stars, which is a Buddhist sutra on my wrist. Yeah, meridian. Thank you, Annie Bear. That too. Very important meridian. Our hands speak. Yeah. You know Juno? You know Juno? You know Juno like I know Juno? Yeah, so Juno's really good at Shinjin Jitsu. And yeah, they do send out energy, the wrists. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was it came up, Tuta was talking about it for somebody, and because we were talking about Reiki or the healing touch program, and I'm like, they kept going to the wrists, and I'm like, I had remembered somewhere where people would wear, I think it was Marcela Lobos in the shamanic class said that somebody she knows likes to wear silver there for like protection.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember why.
A lot of Hindus, they wear a lot of heavy duty bracelets. Especially if you're ill. Yeah, and the body has like a few major meridians. Then I think there's like 2,000 of the smaller in the body meridians. Connections between the upper worlds. Annie Bear says, I like that. Wrists and ankles. Cheryl says.
Yeah, and the ankles and the wrist. Yeah, I tried to Google it and I didn't get anywhere. So I'm here. You're my Google.
Yeah. Right? I know. Ask a question. Everybody here knows always. When you're hot at night, you put a cold pack on your wrist, Liz. I'm going to do that. I'll tell you what, it has been like -5 here at night. I mean, we just had this Arctic blast in the Midwest, which is not what we usually have. And this is a really old house, and my this room was an addition that they made back in the 1940s, and it's over like dirt, it's not, it doesn't have the basement like the other ones do. Anyway, I'm still hot in the middle of the night. I still wake up and I'm throwing off my 3 quilts that I'm wearing.
Wow.
Yeah.
The room I'm in right now we have a walkout basement, and it's like over here I'm kind of out in nowhere, no man's land. And so it's like it gets so hot, it gets so cold.
According to Kundalini yoga teachings, wearing a bracelet on the left wrist helps you receive and retain energy. That's right, Paisley. And it means something different on the right. So, and some people are naturally prone to wearing it on the left or the right. Like some people it's interesting. I can't remember if you're a good receiver or a good giver, or a good giver, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I remember that. Yeah. Um, Hi, Kimmy. Also, I wear crystals on my left wrist because the incoming energy in the right wrist because it's outgoing. Thank you, outgoing
Right.
giving. Yeah,
Yep. I think that's what it is. It's the incoming. Yeah,
yeah.
because I think that's what and it's so interesting with the color blue, for some of you. It's that when they came through, they said wrap. Like for the specific person, it was turquoise. Have turquoise on your wrists, or if you don't, just wrap something like the color blue in the background, like fabric. Wrap blue. So if anybody knows about that too, I just thought it was really an interesting color. But if that's the blue light, it must be pretty something that's healing and protective, like so strong that maybe something won't get through it if you don't want it to. I don't know.
It feels like it's activating not just our physical DNA, but our spiritual DNA.
Hmm.
So it's as it does that, yeah, your body's changing that as that DNA recalibrates. It's
Recalibrate.
like, yeah, yeah, then um your light body and your physical form kind of meld. It's
Hmm.
what it kind of feels like to me, like it just all kind of sucks in and well,
Hmm.
I would like that. It all kind of sucks in. I
Yeah.
don't know about anybody else.
You see us next week. We're all like all wrapped up. All you can see is my mouth.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, blue goldstone. Okay. That sounds beautiful, Leah.
Mm.
Oh, you're cooking at night, Leah? Yeah, I need to cook. Well, no, I don't. We're going out. I forgot. Um, yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for the pup. Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm not letting my dog out in this. We go up and down the street for like, a quick minute. Yeah,
Blanket.
blanket off and on always.
Mm.
Greens on the left and blues on the and blues and black on the right. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah, Annie Bear's prone. Well, you give a lot, Annie Bear. You're always taking care of everybody. You figure because you're bossy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think a healing course would suggest using crystals in the right hand because while you are receiving the universal energy through the left hand, you're always giving with the right. I always look at the right hand as being like a leaf blower. Like you were talking about your leaf blower, that you're blowing that energy into somebody, you know?
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you've had your grandma's cuff on your wrist for decades. That's so cool. Yeah. Wow. Um, Blue light spectrum promotes growth for plants at least. Yeah.
Mm.
It's definitely going to be us growing. Yeah. It's going to be everything new. So, um
Yeah.
Annie Bear, that's too much information.
Too
I'm
much.
sorry.
Too much.
Oh, lordy, he's a lucky
For the
man.
people who don't see what Annie's saying, she says she's gonna leaf blow. She says, "Gonna leaf blow my hubby. Be right back."
Oh my god, that is funny. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, so I hope this is helping everybody, but I just find it really, really intriguing and
Yeah, intriguing.
useful. So, oh, Sonia, you were told you were connected to Annie Bear in several lives. One was we were
Lucky.
raised together. Wow. Yeah.
Blue has the longest range for our eyes to perceive, Leah says.
Huh. Interesting. That That does make a lot of sense.
It calms me down when I think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, like water. Water, water,
Mm.
water.
Water, water, water. Exactly what
Yeah.
I was thinking of, like, when that's that really cool, like, Caribbean, mystical, magical blue water, and you're
Yeah.
just like, "Wow, so cool."
Yeah, and it's funny how water in each ocean or sea is such a different color.
Yeah.
The Caribbean, the Atlantic, the
Yeah.
islands. Yeah.
It's interesting because my husband and I, like, we've done this twice where we go, like, kayaking, or canoeing, like, for 10 days, and it's called the Green River, but it's actually brown. There's nothing green about it. Not named
Wow.
appropriately at all.
That that sounds so calming, though. Sounds
Yeah.
so wonderful. Yeah.
It was nice to be, away on the river that long. It really does change you because we came back and we're like, "Okay, we're moving. We gotta move because we came back and it was cuckoo cuckoo out there in the world, and I'm like, "We can't stay here anymore. We got to go somewhere else."
Right? Well,
Yeah.
we used to well, of course, we would camp in a trailer, but, we would do that on a long weekend and stuff all the time because it wasn't too far away from the house, and we could drive a couple of hours and be there and, spend 2 or 3 nights and
Yeah.
come back vegged. Then you look around at your house and you're like, "This isn't a huge house, but it's way too much room."
Yeah.
It's just like, we don't need all this stuff.
Yeah, like, it's kind of more fun when you're out in nature because it's like, you don't have the TV and you're just like, "Okay, well, I guess I either go to bed or I sit by the fire."
Yeah,
Either
and
or.
look at the stars.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
the stars, yeah.
yeah, I live in the city, so my stars are not, probably what you see, JJ.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's beautiful there, the stars.
yeah.
Floated down the Green River once and heard and saw a tree fall over. Wow,
That's neat. That's really cool.
nice. Well, everybody, thank you for being here, and JJ, this
Yeah.
was lovely, and Tuta.
Mhm.
So, do you have anything going on this week, exciting?
Yes, tomorrow, as far as YouTube goes, tomorrow is, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow we do Sunday on the sofa, where we do mini readings with
I love that.
Freebird Spirit, and I think Kevin Lewis is coming back in February. Might be the rumor, but with
Oh,
with Lisa. So we do mini readings at I think it's noon Pacific time. And then we do the light language conversation, which is just as equally interesting as Kundalini. Like they kind of go hand in hand. And that's with Gerald at Tarot Stash. And that's later in the evening.
oh, with Karen.
Yeah,
Yeah?
at Karen with Starseed Awakening. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. That's an
Yeah.
awesome show. I love both those shows. They're both
The stuff
awesome.
it's so similar to this one because it's like I just like I get so much out of it, from this one to that one. I'm like, oh my God. It's like going to like the best, it's like going to Hogwarts. Like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Really? It's like I'm just learning.
Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Please like and subscribe to both channels and leave a comment after we go. It helps our algorithms. So, lots of great blue light to y'all. Namaste.